6 million. That's the staggering number of Jews who perished in the Holocaust, a systematic, state-sponsored genocide orchestrated by Nazi Germany. An event of unimaginable horror, the Holocaust spanned from 1933 to 1945, casting a grim shadow over history. The sheer scale of this genocide is almost incomprehensible, touching the lives of millions and ripping them apart. This was not a spontaneous act of mass violence, but a carefully planned and executed operation. The Holocaust was born out of a toxic mix of anti-Semitism, fear, and political manipulation. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to power in the early 1930s, fueled by a wave of nationalism and a deep-seated hatred for Jews. This hatred was institutionalized through the Nuremberg Laws, which stripped Jews of their rights and began their systematic exclusion from public life. But these policies didn't stop there. The Nazis stoked fear and resentment, orchestrating the Night of Broken Glass, a pogrom that saw thousands of Jewish businesses and synagogues destroyed, signaling the beginning of a darker chapter. This was not just a political agenda. It was a campaign of dehumanization, a chilling prelude to the genocide that would follow. Amid the rising tide of hatred and fear, the world remained largely silent, unaware of the extent of the atrocities that were about to unfold. By the late 1930s, the stage had been set for the systematic extermination of the Jewish people. 1941 marked the beginning of the final solution, a euphemism for the Nazi plan to annihilate the Jewish people. The final solution was nothing short of a systematic, state-sponsored genocide. Concentration camps were established throughout Nazi-controlled territories, where Jews, along with other targeted groups, were imprisoned in unthinkable conditions. These camps were places of forced labor, brutal torture, and mass murder. The infamous extermination camps, like Auschwitz and Treblinka, were equipped with gas chambers, a horrific instrument of genocide. People were packed into these chambers and poisonous gas was released, killing everyone inside within mere minutes. Life in the camps was a living nightmare. Starvation, disease, and constant fear were the order of the day. The scale of the atrocity was staggering, with countless lives snuffed out in the most inhumane ways imaginable. By the time the Allied forces liberated the remaining camps in 1945, 6 million Jews had been murdered. The Holocaust was a tragedy of epic proportions that left a permanent scar on human history. In the aftermath, the Nuremberg trials brought those responsible to justice and the world witnessed the birth of Israel. Yet, the Holocaust's shadow lingers. It serves as a grim reminder of the depths to which humanity can descend when fueled by hatred and intolerance. It is imperative we remember and learn from this dark chapter, for in its lessons lie our hope for a more compassionate world. As we remember the 6 million lives lost, we must pledge to stand against hatred and intolerance in all its forms.